Got the comments.
Yes. Can you see the comments? I think we're live. Lisa.
Oh, yay! We are. Hello, everyone.
Live.
Oh my gosh. I should probably bring it up on my Facebook page so I can actually see everybody, because that's what I really love
make
to
sure
do.
that we're actually really live. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely live.
Are
How are you
yours?
guys?
Do you see us on yours? Okay, I see us on mine.
I'm just bringing mine up. For
Okay,
those of you who are wondering what we're doing, we're not playing. We're actually just making sure that, oh, there we are. We're actually live. I can actually see us.
Look what Tanya did. She put Liz at now celebrate your life.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I love it.
Ouch my ears. What did we do? Somebody said ouch my ears.
That's awesome.
Oh, we were singing. Oh, if you're there, please say hello to us. Please put something
come on in, say hello. Let me know where you're from. What time is it?
The earbuds were hot. The earbuds were hot.
That's awesome. Oh my God. Hey, Wendy. Hey, B. Nice to see you, Raven. Hey, Debbie.
This is so great.
Elias.
Oh, we love Elias.
Yes.
Okay, we'll have to talk about Elias, the intuitive motivator.
Okay, Jacqueline, good to see you. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you what I'm actually doing. All right, Noelle.
Guess what? See what she's doing below, from here down. She's got some fun things going on.
Taking my nail polish off.
She's taking your gel stuff off. Now, does that stuff? So you have to put so do you have to put something special on it to take that stuff off?
Well, I used to be so before I was a medium, I was a nail tech.
Oh my God.
Of random things.
You've done everything. Look how short I look next to Lisa when I lean back.
I know. I was a nail tech. So I used to do my nails. And I am a nightmare for picking. And it's not uncommon for me to talk about this. Whenever I do my readings, I pick like crazy. I pick my nails. And so I just had a chat with somebody and I was just picking it all off. And I was like, oh my God, Lisa, stop. So now I decided.
It takes a long time. Now, do you dip your own nails? Do you do that?
I used to. In the pandemic, I did.
You did your own nails?
In the pandemic, I did. Yeah, because I had to do my own nails. So I bought all the gels. I bought all the polish. I bought all the because I used to do it. So it's easy.
I can't believe you do this. Do you know when I polish my own nails? Because I've tried to do, like, during the pandemic, I tried to do my own pedicures, right? And there was nail polish all over the freaking place. It was on the ceiling. It was on my hair. How many of you can do your own nail polish? Like,
oh my gosh.
I'm so not artsy craftsy. Like, this much artsy craftsy. Like,
there's no way I could do funny, Liz.
So you do that? I can't do that.
If anyone's watching, listen, the reason why we're talking about my nails is because here I am. I'm here. I'm taking my nails off while we are planning to go live, because this is a real behind the scenes Lisa Williams, because that's what I'm doing. Because I have just moved to Kansas and I haven't found myself a nail technician. So
wait a second. I have to say that you've moved to Kansas and you've only been there barely 2 weeks. Like, it's been barely 2 weeks right now. Maybe it's 2 weeks, if that. Yeah. And look how gorgeous her office is all set up. Like, she's painted, she's gotten the gorgeous pictures, she's set up her shelves, she's got all of her tchotchkes. She's all like gorgeous. She's got her lighting and everything.
It's my husband.
I would be in like boxes for months.
So I had this bag winking at me every time I walked past, like, unpack me, and it was waving at me and smiling at me until last night when Chris actually said, okay, this is it, let's get rid of it. And so we spent the last couple of nights putting our wedding photos up, making everything nice. So I am so happy. Yeah. And
okay, I'm going to do a wider view so we can see more of your office. Okay, ready?
Okay,
here we go.
Wider
view. Beautiful. Is that Max on there? I can't tell if it's Max or George. Okay. Look at that. It's beautiful. Look at all the pretty tchotchkes.
I know. Well, it's called, and I don't have TJ Maxx or nothing around me, so I just had to go and find stuff. Although I did find stuff.
Pretty.
I love it. Anyway.
And I'm sitting behind books. This is, well, look at this. Okay, I'm going to show off my bookshelf because my husband built it.
No way. Jeff built that?
With the ladder and everything. You don't understand. He's like this amazing construction person of the body and makes furniture. And
Oh my
he's like
gosh.
an architect of movement of things. It's very wild.
That's incredible. I love that.
It's about 12 feet high, and it's like over the doorway
Oh
and
my
over the thing.
gosh.
You gotta see this. It's like, so okay, hold on.
That's
Don't
amazing.
look at this. And he built it up here.
Wow.
There, and it's all lit up. You can light it, and it goes this way over the doorway. And
Oh my gosh.
mahogany. He did it out of mahogany. Yeah, he
Amazing.
made the ladder also. He designed everything, and oh, he's crazy.
Wow.
He keeps me all
Wow.
put together, like,
Wow. That's awesome.
he builds
Oh,
shit.
all right, guys. We're just yakking, actually. We're just
I
letting
know.
but come on
Exactly.
in. Let
Here's
us
the thing.
know.
But can I say something? I have to say something. We can brag about our husbands. You know why?
Why?
Because we're kind of still newlyweds.
We are kind of still newlyweds. Yeah, we
You're
are.
definitely a newlywed. I'm a little bit more into the game than you.
Yeah,
We got
that's
married
okay.
later in life, and so like we can brag about.
That's okay. I think it's good. Hey,
Exactly.
Patty. Hey, Katie. Hey, Jack. Hey, Debbie.
Yes, you're here. Say hello to us. We can see how many people.
Seeing
Somebody
people
says
coming in.
yes.
Good to see you. Yeah, we're chatting. Okay, so I wanted to talk about what it's like. You need a husband, Katie. I tell you what. So Liz and I talk about this. We both manifested our husbands. I totally manifested my husbands.
We seriously need to do a dating class. You realize that?
I know.
Together.
It's so funny because my husband does have a brother, but Lisa, I don't know whether you'd want him. And actually, he's married to a Lisa, which is really weird because two of the brothers are married to Lisas.
Oh, that's so weird.
And his brother's name is the same name as my son's name, Charlie. Well, they call him Chuck.
Oh, that is so funny.
It's
the
so weird.
The synchronicity. Well, because it was supposed to happen.
It was meant to happen.
It was meant to happen.
I know. Look, on one thing. Look, I've only got 2 net left.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Let's see what I have behind you. Oh, look what I have. I've got Denise's. I have Denise's deck.
Oh, wow.
I have her native spirit deck. So,
okay.
Should I pull a card? I'll pull a card.
Yeah, pull a card. All right. So we're going to manifest. All right. So we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about how to stay on top of our businesses. All right. But let us pull a card, and I'll let you pull a card for today.
Okay. All right, we're going to pull a card. Oh, I got Spirit of Fire.
What does that mean?
I got Spirit of Fire. We have to call Denise.
All right, she's talking about Denise.
Hold on a second, Denise.
Denise. Anyway,
be there, right there with us. Okay, so I've got Spirit of Fire, and I've got Ancestors. Spirit of Fire and Ancestors.
That's interesting.
Does anybody can tell us what it means?
I can totally relate to all of this. All right, so Katie's wanting to know how to manifest her husband. All right, guys, let's really get down to business here because we're just chatting. All right. So we were talking. So some of you may have seen Liz and I. Some of you may have seen us do our Facebook Live and everything else. And we were chatting about our new free webinar that's coming up on March 30th, April 6th. And from there, we've had an overwhelming response, an absolute overwhelming response.
Hundreds of people have signed up.
I mean, seriously.
But it's free. It's free.
It's totally free. And so a lot of people we've been thinking, you know what, let's just give you some tips on how to stay on top of your spiritual business. Okay. Yes. Because, come and sign up because we've got plenty that we're going to be talking about. We'll be talking about knowing your worth. We'll be talking about how to find your message. We'll be talking about a lot of different things.
And also how to move from being in, somebody wrote me the greatest email. She said, can you please teach me how to go from being in the muggle world of working into doing spiritual work? Isn't that
Oh, I
great?
know how that one works.
Oh, Lisa Trotman, first time here. Hi.
Hi, Lisa.
So Lisa and I have been having a conversation. Lisa Williams, not Lisa Trotman and I. Lisa Williams and I have been having a conversation about how to really jumpstart your spiritual business. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur, if you have a wellness business, if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, if you're a one-on-one practitioner, a spiritual teacher, and you're looking to up-level your business, if you're looking to get some answers, if you hear the word marketing and you just want to crawl under the table and cry, right? Exactly. So we're doing a free webinar. It's totally free, totally free. There's the URL right there. I put it up on the screen. It's webinar.lisawilliamsschool.com. So it's webinar.lisawilliamsschool.com. Go check it out and sign up for the free webinar. It's totally free. And we're going to be talking all about business. We're going to be talking about, Lisa's got this amazing program that she does. She has a whole business analysis that she's going to put people through. And it all came about because I was actually coaching with Lisa. And I didn't realize what a wicked, amazing coach Lisa is and how she knows about business, but she does. And then she said, let's do a business class together. I'm like, me? No, yo. No. And so I've been running Celebrate Your Life events for 27 years. And we're bringing...
Now, what are Celebrate Your Life events? Because not everybody knows what Celebrate Your Life events are.
Who doesn't know what Celebrate Your Life events is about? Does anybody here, has anyone here never heard of Celebrate Your Life? Go ahead and put it in the comments, please. Don't be shy. You can say no.
Let me just big you up for a minute, okay? Listen, guys, all right? Liz Dawn, seriously, has not just, these are big, massive events of thousands of people. And we are talking Wayne Dyer, Joe Dispenza, Neil Donald Walsh, Marianne Williamson, Lisa Williams, Colette Baron-Reid. We're talking
John Holland. Don't forget Denise Lynn.
Oh, yeah. Denise Lynn, we're talking massive, and I mean massive names in the industry. And this is a person that hides behind the scenes and that produces all of these things. We just happen to be the person on stage. But Liz is the one that creates this for everybody. And if any form of spiritual person that you can imagine, she's probably had contact with them. She's probably got them on a speed dial. She probably has worked with them, produced an event, because she is one of the main players in this spiritual arena for massive conferences in America.
I don't even know what to do when you talk about this. I'm like, okay.
Because it's true. It's true, Liz.
Well, we've been doing this for a long time, and I really love what I do. I love what I do. And they're more like, we do retreats. We do small retreats, like with just a couple of hundred people, and we do big conferences. We do women's summits. And I love doing it. And I think one of the reasons I love doing it so much is because what happens in the space is just, it's transforming. It transforms people's lives. So I get to see the result of what everyone experiences at our programs. And it's amazing. It's just totally amazing. Your life can change in one weekend event. And I've seen people become like soul brothers and soul sisters and find their match. And yeah, they're very cool programs. I have to say that this was a gift that was really given to me by the universe and God. And I love doing it. It's an honor to do it. Yeah.
So we came together, guys. For those of you, some of you didn't know who Liz was, but we came together, and I'm a psychic medium, and I've had TV shows, and I actually had to work it out that I have played in front of over 6 million people. And I have done in my time over 40,000 private readings in my lifetime.
Oh my God.
And so we have,
and she's only 30.
Oh my God, I love you. I wish. But we have come together because one thing, thank you. She used to watch me.
Aww.
But one thing that I will tell you is that we know the industry, we know where it's going, maybe because I'm psychic, but we know where it's going, we know what's happening, and we know the difficulties and the pitfalls and the problems that we have. And what we want to do is try and help you free of charge.
Absolutely. It's going to be a totally free webinar. So here it is again. Let me just go ahead and put this up. And we're going to just be sharing everything that we went through in business, how to kind of get through those big humps, especially when it comes to marketing, especially when it comes to analyzing your business, especially when it comes to how to communicate clearly. What I call the transformation statement is how to explain very clearly what it is that you do, so people can then understand what you do and be attracted to your work and become clients. So we're going to talk all about that. And today, the one thing I just want to touch on today is a little bit about like how, you and I have started our businesses on our own, and I have to move because the sun is creeping in the window, and so I'm moving. Okay. I'm moving. I'm shifting.
I'm in the closet, so don't worry.
Exactly. She's in the closet and I'm like over here.
Yeah, so funny. It's so funny.
But what we want to talk about just for a moment is when you're an entrepreneur, when you're doing everything, how to keep everything straight. Because Lisa and I both started, remember we both started like with nothing. Like I had no idea I was going to be a business owner, not a clue, neither did Lisa.
No.
And so we've had to kind of grow into being able to, as our business started to grow, we had to grow and utilize different resources in order to keep all of our tasks straight, in order to stay organized, and in order to stay motivated. Like in order to stay motivated. So that's another thing. We'll kind of touch on that. But today I'd just like to talk a little bit about that. Lisa, do you have a couple of tips that you can share about what keeps you on task and also what keeps you motivated and moving forward?
Yes. And I just want to say thank you to Amy. By the way, I've got my nails off now. It's fabulous. Yes. What really helps me is when I have a target. I have to go immediately to my why. Why am I doing it? Why am I getting up and walking 4 steps from my bedroom to my office? And why am I doing that? So I have to be very dedicated to my why. What is the reason why I choose to sit here? Because I will tell you guys, and I really want to let you know that 4 years ago, I almost left the spiritual industry. I almost left it because of hatred, a lot of judgment. I was very much downtrodden by the spiritual industry, by people I knew who were completely pushing my boundaries. And I had a job and I was going to be a director of a company, and I had this job, and it was so, I was there, and it was actually people who were my followers. So you guys that kept me in doing what I do. And so I had to always go back to my why. Why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? And that was one of the things. And one of the things that also why I keep on staying on top of my business is to take money out of it. I take the finance out of it, and I go always to the fact that if I'm doing it and it's true to my heart and it's true to where I feel, then I am going to flow, and abundance is going to follow. And abundance is all relative. And those are the 2 aspects that I will say to you. This industry, Lisa, I get it, is hard work, but finding your tribe is so important. And I think that's the reason why Liz and I work so well together, because
and Denise too, right?
And Denise as well. We'll talk about Denise Lynn.
Denise Lynn, yeah.
We love Denise. She's like, I love Denise. Anyway.
Yes. But when you find people that you can trust, and that you can like feel that connection with, and that walks a straight line of integrity, that's where you go towards, and allow those relationships that you have focus on those relationships rather than the relationships that deplete you. I know Lisa, you're sharing Lisa Watt on the comments here. By the way, we're live. Yeah, we've got like 20 different Lisas here. It's really funny. But we're live on 8 different platforms, you guys. Right. So we can see the comments from YouTube. We can see the comments from all the different Facebook pages. We can see the comments from the Facebook groups, and from my personal page. I think it's on here as well. So we're seeing a lot of different, more than the comments than what you guys could see. Anyway, I get it why you didn't want to continue this work. And listen, with any industry that you're in, you're going to have trip ups, whether it's a spiritual industry, whether it's being in the medical field, no matter what it is, you're going to run into egos and personality. And it's not so much that we can avoid that, it's how we deal with it.
Yep.
And the people that we do lean on. Like I went through a really bad time. And one of the first people that I picked up on the phone, I called Lisa. And I said, Lisa, this is what's happening. And she tuned in and helped me deal with it and work through it and process it. So you have to make sure that you've got allies that you deeply trust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to. And it's, and I know the industry, and I know, and let me just explain it, because so you have to realize that in my world, and Liz will understand it, is we've both been in the entertainment industry. So I was in the entertainment industry with my TV show. I was also in the entertainment industry with my singing, because I was a professional singer. And so ego is very rife, and you expect it when it is in the entertainment industry. And I'm going to tell you honestly, the spiritual industry I have found has more ego than any other industry I have ever met. And the reason is because people think that this is their gift, this is their calling, and that they are special. And I agree, everyone is unique, everyone is special. However, your gift is your gift. You've got to show up your way. And the thing is, we have so much judgment on ourselves. We have so much judgment on ourselves in any way, shape, or form, in any walk of life. And what we do is we forget the reasons why we're doing it. And often it's because we are trying to heal ourselves within our work, and I think when we are triggered constantly. I always say, I'm healed until I'm triggered. Okay. And I mean, I'm always healed until I'm triggered.
It's so true.
I mean, it's so true. But in that moment, it is what it is. And what I look at things like, I am triggered because because people aren't hearing me. Now, my issue is trust. People, I always have an issue. I'm like, I need to be trusted. I need to be trusted. I need to be trusted. Well, if I look at my whole life, it's bound around trust. I've got to trust my gift, trust my spirit, trust what I'm saying, trust this, trust that. I'm like, all I'm doing is dealing with my old wounds that are so bred in that DNA. And you were talking about it in Past Lives with Denise a couple of weeks ago. By the way, they've got a course coming up April 16th.
Oh, Past 15th. Lives, April 1st and 2nd.
April 1st and 2nd. Anyway, like unapologetic.
Okay, yeah.
But it could also be going way back into something that has happened in your past lives. So we have got all of this shit. Let me just say it, guys. We've got all of this shit that comes out, and the spiritual industry is going to trigger you. And that's the reason why you're in the spiritual industry, because it triggers you so you can help other people overcome it.
It's true. And I have to tell you, I wouldn't give it up for anything in the world. Mm-mm. I just wouldn't give it up for anything in the world. Juliana says, I learned everything personal. Is business. Everything business is personal. I've run my husband biz for 30 years. It's nothing like it. I love that.
True. And it's because it's their baby.
What's really interesting, Juliana, to your point, I recently got told, I've shared this with you, Lisa, that I had a little, I had an oops. I had something with, a long-term time client. And what was mirrored back to me was, it's business. It's business. I'm like, no,
it's personal.
No, when people say that, it's an excuse to not take responsibility for your actions. Oh, it's business. Okay, so I'm not going to take responsibility for my actions right now by telling you it's just business.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. personal.
Bullshit.
Because
Exactly.
honestly, Liz, you and I have a business relationship, but we have a personal relationship. Keep on moving.
Absolutely. I know. I keep on moving. The ladder's gonna go. No,
Yeah.
you're right. You're 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'll be honest with you. I know Iris. Iris Libby here is one of the most amazing astrologers I've ever had a reading with.
Oh my
All
God,
right.
Iris Libby is okay. Here she is.
Okay.
Oh
I
my God.
love her.
Hold until I'm triggered word. Iris
Wow.
Libby, I want to meet you.
Oh, she's fantastic. So here we are. She has been a client of mine. She's been a student of mine. But here's what's interesting is I have a personal relationship with her because it's a business relationship, but I know her. It's like, how can we have a business without being vulnerable? How can we have a relationship without showing our vulnerability? And, it's like, Iris knows some vulnerable space about me. I know her vulnerable space. Doesn't mean it's my story to tell. It's not her story to tell, but we know each other personally. And we may only show a small facet of it, but that facet is still personal.
Yes.
Ah, there you go. I'd love to meet you. I'm telling you, that would be like a
that gorgeous red hair. My mom.
Oh my gosh.
Red hair like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've got to do a Facebook Live with her very, very soon. So you should come
bring her in. Yes, that'd be so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but I think it's very important that we stay on, we treat our business as our baby, but not get too hurt in the fact that sometimes our child, and I liken it to a child, our child wants to go on wants to go on its own little way. That's how I look at it.
Well, and you and I have had this conversation, and especially when, during COVID, when I was like falling out and like on the floor and I was calling Lisa, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know. That was crazy.
Oh, it was insane because we had live events that we were supposed to do. It's I had to keep putting that, like, stay in my lane with it. Do you know what I mean? I had to keep putting myself back into my lane, as you kept saying, stay in your lane, Liz, stay in your lane, Liz. Don't let yourself go down that rabbit hole of depression, or don't let yourself go in that rabbit hole of thoughts that don't serve you and that really derails you. And that was hard. It was really hard.
Yeah,
absolutely. But getting back to like some of the resources that I use that help me stay on track is definitely things like an assistant, having someone right there to help keep you focused. If you can't afford one, there are virtual assistants that you can use. Lisa uses that too. I've used virtual assistants, people that will support you in your vision, because after COVID, I'm working on a skeleton crew right now. And it's important, though, that you have at least one person that helps to support you. And right away, if you can't necessarily afford to do that immediately, make sure that you're writing everything down, and you have to figure out what works for you, because some people love having a physical calendar. Some people, old school, still love that calendar and love that kinesthetic feeling about, writing something out, but make sure you keep that calendar accurate. Same thing. I use Outlook calendar, or I'll use my Google Drive. My Google Drive is like my best freaking friend.
Oh, it is. It is yours.
Oh my God, it is like my friend. If you don't know what Google Drive is, then go and take a look at it. Okay, so when the teacher had I'm going to put this up here. She's got a really good question. Juliana has a question. My experience is that there were too many of us creating businesses, and there was only so many people to attract when the teacher had the hugest community. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm not so sure about that, but
yes, I know what that is. Okay. And actually, I'm going to somewhat disagree with that. And I tell you why. Is that people think this industry is saturated, and I think that's where this is going. But people are going to be drawn to you personally for a reason. It's like, look at why you are here. And Iris said it, there's enough work in the universe for everyone. It's like, why are you here listening to us? You resonate somehow with me or with Liz. And so what's actually happening is people will resonate with you for your message. Now, I always say there's enough dead people to go around. Okay, there is seriously enough dead people to go around, and people who come to me may not go to, let's say, Tony Stockwell. Tony Stockwell's people may not resonate with me. It's likewise, yes, we have a bigger community, but it's because we have a bigger public face. And so what's happening is, one of the things is we have time and resources and we have staff on our side because we've worked our butt off. But you also have to realize our overheads to maintain that is extortionate. And I talk about this from experience. Now yours are less. And so what I'm going to say is carve out the time and look at what people like us are doing and recreate it for yourself, and target other people, and target this. And I've got chills as I talk about it, but target even so. And even in my community, I have a student community, and I have a shout out Wednesday. And on shout out Wednesday, I'm like, promote your book, promote everything, because what it is there's enough people are going to come to you for your message. And it's not just because they've got the largest following, because actually, because we have the largest following, we have a massive overhead. And Liz will tell you, we have the massive overhead to keep that going. And it is hard work. So we all experience it, every single one of us.
And here's something that I think, Juliana, you might be talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong. When you're a part of a spiritual community, let's say, and you're working with, a specific teacher or teachers, what begins to happen, and there's all these spiritual teachers working in the same community, it becomes like this, I don't know what to call it. I can't find the words, but it becomes like this little microcosm universe in and of itself.
Yes, it does.
And if you get too caught up in it, and if you get too into like sometimes little dramas happen or things happen, and you're not reaching people outside of this little microcosm universe. So the key is, and this is for all of us, myself included, is to remember that there are millions and billions of people in the world. And our job is to figure out how to get out of that community, step out of that community and reach other people and bring new people in. I'm going to give you an example of someone who just did that recently. So I've done some coaching. I've done a lot of coaching with Elias Patras. How many of you know who Elias is? Right, a container, exactly. And so Elias took a speaker's program that I was a part of, and then also I've coached him. Well, Elias decided, regardless of what anybody else was saying, and I love that he did this, Elias said, you know what? I'm tired of preaching to the choir. I'm tired of preaching to the same old people and not getting new people. He needed to bring new people in from here and bring new people from, all the different places. So he went on TikTok. God bless him. He went on TikTok, but not only did he go on TikTok, he dedicated himself to TikTok videos. He dedicated himself to, now I don't have TikTok on my phone yet, but you know what? I think it's time. Anyway, he went on TikTok. Now here's Elias. He started out with about 650 Facebook followers. He's now up to 4,500, and he has 16,000 people following him on TikTok, because what he did is that he created a platform on TikTok where a lot of the community is not right now.
They're not on there.
They're not on TikTok. And he brought those people into his newsletter. We talked about how to get people into your newsletter, how to do lead magnets, all of that. And he brought a lot of those people into his newsletter list. So now he's got them, right? And he's communicating with this audience, and he's serving them in the most exquisite way. I mean, Elias really, really, really brings in like people, and he's able to give them, it's not just about bringing in people, you guys, it's giving them quality teachings.
Yeah.
It's giving them quality information. So that's what he's done. And I think he's done a beautiful job at it for an up and coming teacher, truly. He really
It's
has.
amazing.
Right. He has, I think he does have I think he's got 1 or 2 books published, but certainly for someone who isn't a Lisa Williams, who isn't a Greg Braden, he's created another way to bring community in. So Juliana, that's what I would recommend for all of us, is to go outside of your community, go outside of this little Facebook thing you're in or Instagram you're in, and go out, expand yourself, take some chances, put on your big girl, big boy, big panties on, and just go and do it.
And it's not easy for everyone. You might feel like, oh my God, I'm weird and whatever. And, step out of that box. Step out of that. And it's funny you're talking about that, because also Patty Stovall, who's also in here, she did exactly the same. She stepped out of the box, and it was hard for her because she was a master teacher. And I remember saying to her, Patty, let's look at, and it was one of the things, her daughter passed away. She threw herself right into this grief, how to deal with grief. And she, at the time, we actually had to work on how she presented herself. And I'm telling you, with a little bit of just a little push. And again, it comes down to your why. Why do you want to do it? That you make your mark, and you'll make your mark where it's needed, it's wanted, and most of all, where you're valued, because that's important.
Exactly.
Yes, you did.
I love it.
Yes, me too.
It's true. I mean, and it's true because we forget that. I mean, Lisa didn't start off with having an international presence the way she does. No, you were probably doing readings in your house or whatever you were doing, and then not even a house, right?
Liz, let me tell you, I used to take Charlie. Charlie is now 23. All right. So I used to take Charlie in his baby carrier to these houses to do parties of readings, and I would sit and rock him quietly in his baby carrier with my foot as I'm going, now your dad's coming through and he's telling me about your boyfriend and yada yada yada, and I'm rocking my like 6-month-old baby in a car seat.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, I could tell you some stories. Oh yeah.
But we've all been there. I mean, I started literally, I was 30. I want to say, wait, how old was I? I was 34 years old. And I literally started with a phone line in an old desk in my mother's dining room. I was sleeping on her pull-out couch in her office. I didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. My life had fallen apart in LA as an actress. And yes, I mean, this is how we've been there. We've really been there. And that's one of the things that I think I love working with you, Lisa, because you are so relatable and your story is so relatable. And for myself, I know it's relatable in the sense that, if you're starting out from the ground level, I've certainly just figured things out on my own, how to build it up. Same thing with you, Lisa. And you don't have to do that because we'll teach you we'll bypass all the bullshit that we went through and teach you how to get there without all the bullshit. So go and sign up for the webinar. Yeah. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and sign up for the webinar. It's totally free, you guys. We want to give you an idea of what we can offer you. So go to webinar.lisawilliamsschool.com. Do not put a www in front of it. Just do webinar.lisawilliamsschool.com.
And I'm putting it in my my main page, so you guys will have to be there. But it is, Diane, it is hard to step out of your comfort zone.
I know. I wanted to put that up there. Diane says, yeah, go ahead.
I love Diane. I've worked with Diane, and honestly, I think when we step out and when we change things up, it feels hard, and it's like but the thing is, we actually have to go beyond our comfort zone, and then guess what? We then become comfortable in that weird, that space that feels a bit, but keep pushing, keep pushing. And even if it's just a slight difference, and one of the things that we have to do Oh, thank you, Kat. One of the things that we have to do is, if you are struggling with making a change, and it's very simple things, start making daily changes, such as going somewhere different for a cup of coffee, going a different route to go into the store, going a different way around the supermarket. Honestly, for me, I used to have to go around backwards, and my people were like, that is so weird. I'm like, because I'm having to change everything. And it's so important to recognize that sometimes we get locked in what we've been told to do, what is tradition, what we should do. And actually, and it's a conversation that I've recently just had, actually today, with somebody, where it's like, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unusual. It's okay to do all of those things. Oh, Iris said, Lisa, you pushed me out my comfort zone to get TikTok live. And since November, I've gone from 18,000 followers to almost 50,000.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's not easy pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. I get it. I have to do it. I continue to have to do it in business when I have to do a new pitch for something, or I'm introducing something new, or I'm doing something different. It is hard to get out of your comfort zone. And all I can tell you is that when I do it, the result, and whether it results in a quote unquote success in the way I want it to look or not, it's my own personal success. It's my own soul's growth that I've made that change, that I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I've done something different, and holy shit, hooray for me. And Diane, if you don't have a cheerleader in your life, if all of you don't have a cheerleader in your life, find someone who can be an ally, find someone who can be supportive, who just wants the best for you, with no, envy or no jealousy, no BS. You want someone to be that personal cheerleader for you, to be that, yes, you've got this. Yes. And even if it's yourself, because there are times I've had to do this after my mom passed. My mom and I ran the business together for about 15 years until she passed away, until she transitioned into spirit. And I had to stand in front of the mirror some days and go, yes, Liz, you've got this. Yes, you can do this. Yes, I love you. You know how to do this, Liz. And then there I am telling myself in the mirror, I love you. I love you. You've got this. Even if it's yourself doing it, Diane, same thing. And if yourself doing it for yourself, if you don't have that person to reflect it back to you right now.
Yeah. And you got to be your own hero.
Yes. Yes, you do. And some days it's hard. But I want a little trick I learned is, when we're feeling really down, we're feeling kind of crappy, separate and apart from something happening in your life, like, a friend passing away or something tragic. Typically, you'll notice that if you're feeling down or feeling crappy, there must have been a thought that came before that feeling. So typically there's, even if it's unconscious, a subconscious thought that came before that feeling. One of the best ways to shift your feelings is to change your thought. And I know that you all know this, but I'm just kind of repeating it for you. And the sun is coming right in my eyes here. But just immediately try and shift your thoughts into a thought that serves you, not depletes you, a thought that supports you and honors you, not brings you down. Okay. So just remember that when you're having that feeling, shift your thought. And you'll notice that your feelings will change, and then your actions will change organically as a result of your feelings being different.
Very
Hey.
I love it. I love it. Liz, I think it's very important, because what we're doing is we're slowly changing our neural pathways.
Yes.
So therefore we are able to start moving towards the life that we are wanting and the freedom that we need.
Well, Lisa, you've been studying this, all about the neural pathways and how it's a real thing.
Yeah. So many of you don't realize this, but I've been studying, I'm doing my master's in neuroscience. So psychology and neuroscience for mental health, because I'm very passionate about how this industry actually can ruin people's lives unless it's not being taken seriously. And what I mean by that is psychics and mediums, not the spiritual industry. I'm meaning psychics and mediums, because people are turning to psychics and mediums are not knowing how to deliver a very difficult message, so they just come out with it. Right. And so I'm trying to find the balance, and it's very, very important for us to start believing in our start changing our thought patterns. And I was only talking about this recently, today again, with how we speak about ourselves, how we show up, what we do. And it's really about rewiring neural pathways that we've had since a child, because we have been told up until the age of 7, our neural pathways are still growing. And at the end of age 7, our neural pathways are fully formed. So we look at all of the things that we've been told in our life, what is wrong, what is right, what we should believe, what we should do, who we should do it with, all of these things.
Right.
And and then what we need to do is we now need to break those and change those habits and rewire our brain. It's so important. And what we're doing is often we feel like, I'm going against my parents, I'm going against my beliefs, I'm going against this, I'm going against that. But really, we're tapping into our soul, and we're tapping into what we need and what our body wants and what our soul needs and what we feel is right. So therefore, we're slowly having to redirect our thought patterns. And it is harder as we get older, but it's actually easier once you start it. That's why I say, go around the grocery store the opposite way, go a different way to work, order something different, get up in a different routine, change it up. And Diane, obviously it's hitting you. You have to look at the way that we are now operating, and are we still in fear of how we were brought up?
Right. Yay! Amen.
Yes.
I mean, it's so perfect. It absolute mic drop. And think about the way you're starting your day. Really think about the way you start your day every single morning before my feet hit the floor. Before I get out of bed, hands on heart, I'm in prayer of gratitude. I'm creating my future self. I'm creating my future reality. And no matter what reality looks like, and this is something that Lisa coached me on, no matter what the reality looked like, whether during the pandemic with what happened with our events, I still had to hold the vision. I held that vision. I held that intention. I was co-creating my future reality. I was co-creating my reality by continuously having that vision, And whether it came to truth or not, it still created a different energy, a different feeling, a different being, sense in my body.
Yep.
Because I was creating a different personal reality.
Liz, look at what you created here with me. We created our reality.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I love that Diane is saying, you are right, Lisa. I love you, ladies. And I really needed to hear this tonight. Thank you.
Good. And so come and join us.
Yeah, definitely. I also listen to the other thing I do is I listen to music in the mornings that is uplifting. I listen to Karen Drucker music.
Oh my God, how funny is that?
I love Karen Drucker.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't know who Karen Drucker is, tell your phone, say, hey Siri. I do this in the mornings. I go, hey Siri, play Karen Drucker. Oh, it's starting to. Oops.
I was going to play some, but I can't. I can't because of legal purposes. Facebook Live will not allow us, but listen to Karen Drucker.
Yeah, just tell Siri to play Karen Drucker music, and it's just the words. I just repeat it over and over again while I'm getting ready in the mornings, and it starts your day off in a way that with thoughts and feelings that are really supportive, you guys.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of artists out there. I listen to somebody else. I'm trying to remember what her name is. In fact, Lisa Nichols listens to her. She's more of a rap person, but I love her. I'm trying to think of what her name is. I'll find it in a second, but oh my gosh, I love her. Yeah.
Yes. And make sure and join us, guys. We kind of got off track here, but it's all really, but it's on the same thing, because as entrepreneurs, like one of the things that we can do really easily is that we could go down that spiral.
Yeah.
Spiral down in our thoughts and our feelings. And this is one of the tools that I use every single day to make sure that I'm on point. So when I sit down at my desk, I'm clear, I'm working with intention, I'm focused, my heart's open, I'm excited, right?
Yep.
They're very cool. I love it. Okay, so come join us. It's webinar webinar.lisawilliamsschool.com. Do not put a www before it. So it's just webinar.lisawilliamsschool.com. And it's a free class. And if you guys would do me a favor, and if there's anybody that you know and love in your life, if you would post this please post this on your Facebook walls and let people know about this. This is a free event that we're really trying to get out into the world, and would so much appreciate your support in doing that. So thank you ahead of time.
Awesome.
So perfect.
Thank you, guys. It's so nice to see you. And thank you so much. I love seeing all of this. I love seeing all of this. Share us out, even if it's to yoga instructors, even if it's to people who are coaches. It doesn't have to be psychics, mediums. And we are wanting to put it out there, because one of the greatest things that I love doing is teaching anybody who has a message and helping them get their message out into the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cynthia Quillen, big shout out to you. Hi, honey. Haven't seen you in a long time. All right, everybody. That's it.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night or a great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a fabulous time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.